Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kim Myers, and I am excited to share with you. I've hopped on a few minutes early, so we still have about 4 minutes until we go live. But if you can go ahead and let me know when you hop on, that would be wonderful. Um, yeah, this is my first time going live on Facebook and to YouTube as well. So I hope this goes okay. I hope I'm in the right spots. I'm using my camera, my iPhone to film, and my iPad here. So today I don't have another way to check, but I hope that when you hop on, that you will, yeah, leave a comment. That way I know that you were here and that you were watching. I see that I have one person watching, so I'd sure appreciate. Oh, a couple of you are hopping on. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I am excited to be back here sharing with you. My goal is to share every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. So I hope that you will set a reminder and join me every Wednesday for some Stampin' Fun and for some giveaways. Yeah, I've just been stamping away. Those of you that can see, this is my little stamping nook. So it's not very big, but it's actually perfect. I have everything. Oh goodness, I have everything within an arm's reach, which is wonderful. And yeah, I am enjoying it here. It gets a little toasty here in the afternoon, but I'm out in our barn, and right now it's just the perfect stamping spot. So I spend most of my days out here, and it's just, yeah, a blessing to be able to be out here creating. So if you're hopping on, if you want to let me know that you're here and where you're watching from, I will be giving away some happy mails. So when you comment, when you give me some little loves, um, those will all enter you into the giveaways. And I've got a couple cool items that I will be mailing out. If you are out of the United States, I'm happy to mail you a card, but I cannot mail you the actual prizes. So please know that. But I still appreciate you being on here watching and commenting. So I don't want you to feel left out. I'm still happy to send you a handmade card. Um, so yeah, thank you. Oh, hello, Lorraine. Welcome, Lorraine Pratt from the UK. Thank you so much for tuning in. So what time is it there in the UK? Oh, hello, Nancy from San Rafael. Great to see you here too. Aw, oh my goodness, you guys, this is wonderful. So we have another minute here. Can you guys give me a thumbs up or give me just send a message? Is my sound okay? Because I'm kind of hearing some feedback, but I think we're doing all right. Uh, hello, Deska from Southwest Florida. Welcome. Gosh, I see some names that I've never seen before on here, so welcome. I'm so excited that you're joining me. Yeah, so for those of you that are just joining, we have another minute. Okay, here, perfect. Thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate that. I 5 p.m. tea time in the UK. Oh my goodness, wonderful. Well, gosh, I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope this is a great end to your evening or start to your evening. Um, I had done some Facebook Lives for a while. In this past year, I had relocated to the current spot which is our forever home here in Fall River Mills, California. So I wasn't doing lives because my studio and everything has been packed up. Well, right now I have just a little part, which this little nook here is actually going to be the storage for our fly fishing rods. Those of you that have been following, you know that we are avid fly fisher people, and we're currently building our house as well as a really large studio for me to teach classes and to just do my lives in. So I'm super excited for that. But yeah, for now, it's nice to be back up and have a little space where I can come and share with you. So let's see who else is on here. Hello, Miss Lynn from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Danette from Colorado. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to reintroduce myself for those of you that are, I see a few more people are hopping on. All right. So, welcome. My name is Kim Myers, and I live in Fall River Mills, California, which is in the northeastern part of the state. I absolutely love it here. It is like an outdoorsman's paradise. So, if you follow me on Facebook, you will see that I share a lot of pictures of just beautiful sunsets and wildlife and fishing, and it's just an absolute beautiful place to live. So, um, All right, so when you're hopping on here, I'd appreciate it if you can let me know where you're watching from. Today, I am streaming for my very first time on YouTube and on Facebook. So I'm praying that this goes well. And let's go ahead and get started. So I do, like I said, have some giveaways. So for those of you that hop on and comment and share the post and give me some loves, each time you do that, it's going to generate your name on the wheel. And next week for that, I will go ahead and announce a couple more winners. So let's go ahead and get started with the graduation cards. I'm hoping that you guys saw them on my Facebook page. So I have a couple of graduation cards. Hello, Allison. Welcome from Reading. I'm excited to meet and stamp with you one day. So these are the cards that I had created for a special order for a friend. Actually, it wasn't this one here. I had created this one and then a black and gold version. So I didn't share my insides online, but if you open it up and then open this part, it has a little place to tuck a gift for the graduate. But today I'm changing it up a little. I wanted this has some retired product, which I don't really like to use retired product when I do lives. However, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I save a lot of my retired stuff because I love to do craft fairs. So those of you that know me, craft fairs and creating projects are just my favorite. Hello, Deneen. Oh my goodness. Welcome, you all. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do for this card, for the base of your card, you're going to take a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then the inside of our card is going to be 4 by 8 1/2. So let's go ahead and do some scoring on these. I'm going to bring in my trimmer here. All right, so for the first one, what we're going to do, so for those of you that have our trimmer, this is amazing. We have our little trimming, or I'm sorry, our scoring blade, and then we have our cutting blade. So I'm just going to position it here at 2 1/8. Run my scoring blade, and then I'm going to flip it around to the other side and do it on the other side at 2 1/8. All right, so that's the main portion of our card. For the inside of our card, what we're going to do is we are going to score it at 4 inches, and then we're going to score it again at 8 inches. And the beauty of this trimmer is that you can open it up and it goes out to 17 1/2 inches. So your scrapbooking papers, any of your larger papers, it's perfect. Okay, so we've created those two score lines. Let's go ahead and tuck that aside. All right, then what we're going to do is we are going to bring in our bone folder. And guys, I need to do some tidy work on my poor bone folder. I tried to re-ink a pad the other day with the end of my bone folder. I was too lazy to go walk over to the house and grab a spoon to do it. So I used the end of my bone folder and it doesn't look so pretty. But thankfully, it's not transferring onto there. All right, so for the inside of our card, I went ahead and scored that. For the main portion of our card, I'm going to take it, score that edge, and then with this one here, I'm going to bring it as close as I can because I want the edges to meet up nicely. So I'm going to just butt them right up to each other and score that down. All right, so that's the first part. Okay, so the scoring is done. So now let's do some cutting again. And with this one, I am actually going to bring in my little Stampin' Up! Trimmer because I think this is a lot easier for me to see. And I'm sorry if my head gets in the way here, you guys. So what I have here, I'm going to do the color of the graduation gown. So what I have here is a 3 by 3 square, a 3-inch square and a 2 3/4 inch square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it on the diagonal here and I'm going to line up my corners, put that down, and then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it in half again. So with this, you're actually going to have enough to do 2 cards, but today we're just doing 1. So I'll take those extras, set that aside. We're going to do the same thing with our basic white cardstock. And then we're going to cut that right down the center. All righty. All right, so then that's just going to line up so nicely. And actually, you know what, guys? I need 2 of them. Hello. Don't mind me. I have 2 sides to the graduation color there. All right, then what we're going to do is we are going to take, yeah, so that's it for scoring. Sorry, guys. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to start working on the main part of our card. So I'm going to go ahead and take my color here. Let's grab some adhesive. And I am a liquid glue girl. Those of you that know me know that I love my liquid glue. Hello, Karen Brown. Welcome, my friend. All right, and so we're just going to apply a little bit of liquid glue here. And I pray if I'm not a hot mess, because when you go live, guys, I tend to get nervous and go quickly and have to end up using my little adhesive eraser, but that's okay. All righty. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch my screens. Ah, there you go. That way, hopefully you can see a little bit better. All right, so let's go ahead and attach this side. So this card is actually going to be gifted to a friend who just graduated from Chico State. So I just got her graduation announcement the other day, and I thought, you know, instead of making the same cards that I've made, I'm going to make one for her and change it up. So, all righty. So what we're going to do then is we are going to take, oh goodness, you guys, and you know what? I messed that up. I glued them the wrong direction. Okay, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have them butt up against the top. So good thing that you have this extra cardstock. We're going to go ahead and do a quick cut again on these ones. So gosh darn it. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. See, good thing I had extras. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so then what we're going to do, I'm going to put my little cheater right there. So we are going to, so the bottom is going to be my red and the top is going to be my white. So again, we're just going to butt it right up at the top. Okay, let's make sure I get this right. All righty. So I'm excited to be on here. I get to stamp with you guys today until 9:45, and then I have to scoot. I forgot that today I had a field trip. So I belong to the local garden club up here, which is just a wonderful organization. We do cleanup around our community. We also take care of the fairgrounds, the hospital, and provide scholarships. And so it's a wonderful group. But today we're actually going on a field trip. We're going to eat at a yummy Italian restaurant, which those of you that know me, you know that I love food. And then we are going to go to a beautiful nursery that is just absolutely incredible. So I will be sharing pictures. They just have the most gorgeous hanging baskets, and it's a pretty incredible place. I didn't get to go last year because I had thrown out my back, but my mom had gone with the ladies, and she was FaceTiming me from there. And oh my gosh, the hanging baskets are just incredible. So, all right, let's do the other side here. All right. Oh goodness, you guys. So those of you that are watching here live and on the replay, what were your school colors? I know I was a Pioneer Prospector and we were maroon and gold. So just curious, what were your school colors? And then, yeah, we were the Pioneer Prospectors. So yeah, the good old days, just a few years ago. All right, I got a little oop up there, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's the main part of our card. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take the part for the hat, which actually, bear with me, I need to grab a scrap. Guys, I feel like I'm so unorganized. I meant you can grab any size scrap. So I am going to just grab this little scrap here, which measures, let's see, it measures about 7/8 of an inch by, we're going to go down to 2. So we're just going to cut that, and then let's go ahead and just score this in half or fold it in half, and then we'll use our little bone folder. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to attach the graduation cap. So what you're going to do is, I like to kind of close it like so, and then I'm going to put a smidge of adhesive on the back. All right, and then, so I'm hoping you can see okay. So then what I'm going to do is I kind of just find the center here of my card, and then I'm just going to lightly push down on that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to take an envelope. Let me grab an envelope here, because I want to make sure that my card can fit within the envelope. Very important. And so what you're going to do is I'm going to just lay it onto the envelope here. And then I'm going to stand up for this one. And then I'm going to add just a smidge of adhesive right here. With that, I'm going to be careful not to move it around too much because I don't want to get it all over my card. So I'm going to find the center there. I did cut this down a little bit smaller. It's 2 7/8 of an inch. So the square, yeah, 2 7/8. So that's ready to go there. So we'll move that away. Open this back up. Okay, then what we're ready to do is we're ready to start working with the inside of our card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this piece back in, and we are going to create the little gift insert. And so I have a 1.5 by 4-inch piece of cardstock, and I'm going to bring in our 2 3/8 circle punch, which is part of the Circle Sayings bundle. If you don't have it, it's wonderful. I'm going to be showing you some cards I've created with that. And it was actually one that didn't really float my fancy, but I really like it. So, all right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take this little piece here and let's flip open our card. And I'm going to just run a little bit of glue here just on the top edge here. And we're going to attach this gift card holder part to it. All right, so let's line that up there. So that we have that. Make sure we got it straight. Then I'm going to run just a little bead of glue here on this edge. Okay, so we have that complete, super simple. Then I'm going to go ahead and take this little star, which is from the Beautiful Balloons bundle. If you guys have been following me, you saw that I created another card, this one here, using the stars as well. So it's a really fun bundle. So let's go ahead and attach that down with a Stampin' Dimensional. Or actually, you know what? I'm just going to add a glue dot because you know what? I'm going to have so much, too much. It's going to be too thick. Granted, I'm going to hand deliver it, but still, sometimes it gets a little just too wonky. Okay, so we'll apply that like so. Then what I'm going to do for this one is we are going to change it up and we are going to use some other products that are current. So we are going to use this Celebrate, which is from, let me grab this stamp. It's a standalone die set, which is called Wanted to Say. So I have another card that I've created that is going to be part of a kit that I will be offering shortly. So if you don't have this bundle, hold off because it will be part of my my class. So I went ahead and cut 3 of these. So I went ahead and cut the Celebrate in Real Red, and then the background in Basic Black and Basic White. And then what we're going to do is we are going to just layer those together. So instead of being a complete hot mess with my adhesive, I am going to just try to sponge it on. So I am just going to add a little bit here to my silicone mat. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to ink up my little Stampin' sponge here and just get a little amount, just ever so slight here. Oops, and I'm going to stick it to my silicone sheet, but that's okay. That's what my eraser is for. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to take it and attach it to the white. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to kind of line it up. And actually, I didn't, last night when I made my little test run, it was really pulled apart. That actually went together really nicely. Yes, I love it when things like that happen. All right, so then let's go ahead and add some glue to the back side of this one. And I'm going to just bring back in my little glue bottle here. All right. Actually, you know what? I need a little bit more right here too. All right. So are you guys a Tombow or do you like our Stampin' Seal? I don't use it that often. What's your favorite adhesive? Oh, Lynn, I see green and gold. Enterprise Hornets. Okay. So you have lived in Reading and graduated there as well. Awesome. Maroon and gold as well, Nancy. Oh, awesome. Aw. All righty. Green glue. Yes, green glue here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and move that aside for the moment. So then what I'm going to do, so I thought that looked really cool. I could have just put that like so, because let me show you my other card. This was a retired stamp, but like I said, I want to use new products. So it looks good like that, but I think it needs a little pop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of a square that's 3 3/4 inches, and I'm going to texture it with the basic 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and just line it up here on the line, because this one does, I want it straight so it looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And so with that, you're going to use the platform, which is number 1. You'll put down your embossing folder, and then you'll use number 4. I'm going to go off screen for 1 second and do that real quick. All right, you guys, if you guys don't own your very own Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, right now is a great time to take advantage of the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. So if you purchase the starter kit, you can choose to order the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and $25 worth of other products for $155 in products for $99 plus tax. So you have to be in the US to join my team, but I would love that. So if you're interested, reach out. I do have a link on my Facebook page, but yeah, I'd be happy to share information with you. All right, so let's go ahead then and attach this down with green glue. Again, for those of you that have stamped with me over the 28 years, you know my motto is usually when in doubt, pop it out. But like I said, with this one, I've got so much going on that I'm not going to add too many layers of dimension. All righty. All right, so we're going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the larger star from the Balloon Celebrations, and I am just going to tuck it in like so. So I'm going to do that. Just kind of gives it some dimension. And then I am going to pop up this layer. So let's add some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to add a large one right here. And then I'm going to add 2 more. All righty. And then I'm going to position this just towards the bottom. All right, so then that is ready to get attached to my card. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to finish up the front of the card. Kind of going backwards, but that's okay. When I create, I am all over the place. And for those of you that know me, I like to design and redesign. So once I get it right, I drive my mother crazy when I'm showing her projects. I'll get it one way and then she thinks it looks perfect and then I have to redesign it. Kind of crazy like that. All right, so we have that. So when you open it up, I just think it looks super finished now. I love how this card turns out, and I hope Katie loves it. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are going to take the little tassel pieces, which again are from the Balloon Celebrations, which is this little piece right here. And I've just cut 2 of them in real red, and I am going to go ahead and just attach them together using a glue dot. So we'll just pick up a glue dot here, and I'm going to kind of offset it just a little. And then I'm going to take a 1/2 inch circle punch. And it's retired, but thank you for forgiving me for using it. And then I'm going to take a large dimensional, attach it down, squish it on there good so that it's attached, and then we'll go ahead and place that like so. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I am going to use a couple products that are retired, but like I said, I needed to I really like having the year on there. I think it's a wonderful reminder for them and a good keepsake. So I am using the Playful Alphabet. We do have a new alphabet stamp as well. However, they were a little bit larger, so I didn't. Just because they're current doesn't mean I have to use it. I like to make sure that it looks best for my project. So, all right. So again, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my little glue here. I'm going to kind of just go for it and eyeball this one. So I'm going to do these ones here. So it's going to be 2023. So we'll line that up and then I'll work. So from the inside out, just, oops, glue bottle down. All righty. Okay, I'm going to be a sticky mess. Okay, so 2023. Okay. Oh, sugar. Ah, it's jumping off my project. All righty. I'm going to do that, and then let's do the last one here. All righty. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Just not going to touch it. My fingers are a little sticky. All right, you guys. So here is the final product. So we have that. It opens up, and then we have our celebrate and our little pocket for your gift. So, oh, thank you, Rhonda. Welcome. All righty. So again, here are the 3 samples I'll share with you of the different colored ones that I have done. So it was definitely a lot of fun. All right, so now we are going to move on to the next one, and I'm going to tuck this over here for now. Okay, so this next card that I'm going to share with you, we got to do 10-second tidy here, guys. I actually had designed it one way. It was my dear friend Mary's birthday party a couple weeks ago, and so I needed to make a birthday card for her. So I had designed, let me show you the card I had designed for her. So I had designed this card for her. However, it just said let's see, I used the Cheerful Daisies. Let's back it up a little. So I used the Wishing You the Brightest Birthday, and I stamped that right there. I did it just like this. However, for this one, I thought, you know what, I'm going to use the Oops-a-Daisy, and then I'm going to bring in the Lasting Joy stamp set, which says, I missed your birthday. So I just love this card. It just warms my heart, but I had to change it up. So it says, Oops-a-Daisy, so sorry, I missed your birthday. So I thought it's just a fun, cheery card. I love the Cheerful Daisies designer series paper and this bundle. And for those of you, I know there are many of you that want this bundle. The stamps are still available, but the dies will be back in stock at the beginning of July. So stay tuned. And again, this will be another one that I will be offering as a class. And I had promised to share all of my cards with you today. However, being that I'm crunched for time, I'm not going to get to do that, but I will hop on again. And I promise to share them with you. All right, so for this, what we're going to do then, so that was the inspiration for my card. So what we're going to do is we are going to create, actually, and then I did the envelope too, which just gives it a nice finished look. So we are going to create a floating strip card. So I am part of a training group, Creating Success Training Group. And for one of our challenges this week, we have a challenge to do a floating strip card. So I thought, you know what, this has, the stripes here, or the strips. So I am going to go ahead and cut it up and make it float to fit that criteria. So I have all kinds of bits and pieces here. So this is the inside of our card, which is going to be Moody Mauve 4 by 5 1/4, and then this is 3 3/4 by 5 for the layering piece. The paper strips. Why do I keep wanting to call them stripes? Okay, the first one here that we're going to use is the backside of one of the DSPs that's, I want to call it the mosaic piece or the quilted piece. So that one measures 1 3/8 by 4. Then this is just a piece of Moody Mauve cardstock, which measures 3/4 inch by 4. And then this one here, let's see, we have a smaller. So then we have 1 3/8 by 4, and we have 1.5 by 4. So that is I'm going to make those float to fit the criteria. So then what I did is I also cut up some little bits and pieces here from the die set. So we have the little flowers, which, let me grab this one here. So what I did is I just cut just this little portion of the leaf. I did cut 3 of this little greenery sprig here. And then, of course, we need the tag. And then I did cut out some of the other flower pieces. So I'm going to show you how to assemble that. But first, let me show you how to make this float. So Stampin' Up, we do sell acetate. However, those of you that have stamped with me, like I said, for 28 years, I am the frugal stamper. I like to spend money on stamp stuff, but I also like to get good bang for my buck. So one of my past demonstrators, Naomi from Vegas, hello, Miss Naomi, if you're watching, she had gifted me this box of transparency film. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of this. It's a whole lot less expensive. And granted, it's not as, clear and beautiful as ours, but you know what? It does the trick. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Oops. Okay. All right. So let's do that real quickly. So 4 by 5 1/4. All right. Does anybody have this on their wish list, the Daisy Cheerful Daisy bundle? If you don't, oh my gosh, it is so much fun to create with. Okay, guys, I am going to try to make this quick here. And so I am going to try to make friends with my Stampin' Seal Plus. So let's pray this goes well. All right. Oh, we're not starting off so good. Okay, so I'm going to get it started here. I add just a smidge. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to line this one, my first strip up. I have to lift it up so I can see. With the glare, it makes it really tough. I'm praying I didn't make the right decision or wrong decision using this adhesive. Okay, so we're going to line that up just right on the edge. Okay, so that's the first one. And you know what? If I have to give it a haircut, it's okay because that's all right. All right. So then let's do the next strip and give that one just a little bit of a gap. All right, then let's see, we're going to take piece number 3. Sugar. Sugar is the word of the day. Okay, let's see here. All right, so strip number 3 up, and that one definitely needs a haircut. All right. And, oh my gosh, it's going to line up beautifully. All right, so other than it needing a little trim, you can see that I have to give it a little haircut. So I'm going to bring my trimmer back in and just even that up. All right, so then what we're going to do is we are going to add this to the face of our card. And I'm going to bring in Stampin' Dimensionals. Deneen, you have the Daisy Suite. Yes, it is so beautiful. Yeah, and you definitely need the Designer Series paper. And don't make sure that you stock up on your Designer Series papers. They are on special right now, most of them, for 15% off. And so if you're thinking about joining my team to become a happy shopper, you don't have to do what I do. You can just be your own very best customer, which I don't know if my friend Lorraine just signed up to be her very best customer, and that's okay with me. So I would love to have you join my team, and yeah, you don't have to do any of this. Just awesome to be able to get the discount. So if you do choose to sign up, you can get your papers at a discount. So it's almost like a 40%, oh sugar, 40% discount. So all right, moving and talking here. All right, I'm going to stand up for a second to make sure that I get this positioned properly. All righty. So we have that on there. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back side of my flowers here. You've noticed I didn't poke out all the little details just because I'm going to cover it up and I didn't feel like I needed to sit there and fuss with it. So that one's going to need a little dimensional here. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull off the backings on these. And I'm also going to give this here, oops, oh goodness gracious, I'm going to give this a little haircut. So I am going to trim off this little bit of leaves because I don't want that. All right, so then I'm going to bring in the 3 little die cuts that match up here with our little flowers. And this is just going to give it a pop. So I'm going to stand up again, sorry guys, so that I can see and make sure that I get them positioned properly. So we're just going to attach that down. And if it's not perfect, it's okay because flowers are not perfect and the petals go everywhere and it's okay. All right, so we're going to do that one and the last one here. All right, so we have that. So then what we're going to do is we are going to do a little bit of just basic stamping and what I call thumping. So we are going to take, let's take the little part of our flower here, and we're going to ink it up. Bring in my scratch paper here. We're going to ink it up with Bubble Bath. So let's ink it up with Bubble Bath. Sorry, I'm off screen. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Stampin' Right marker, and we are just going to take the paintbrush tip and just lightly thump on it, just to create a little bit of dimension to our flowers here. And I think it coordinates a whole lot better. So we have one piece, let's stamp it off, ink it back up, and then let's do this real quickly here. All right, do our other little piece, and then we've got one more. And then this last one, it doesn't line up perfectly, but you know what? I kind of just line it up the best that I can. And then if I have to use some of the excess ink on it, I kind of just hit the edges with it. So, all right, so we're gonna just line it up the best that we can here. Oops, and I'm off screen. Sorry, so you can see how it doesn't really line up perfectly. So then I'll just kind of just take my stamp and just kind of add to it. All right, so that's basic stamping there. I'm going to leave these out because I'll use them again in a second. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a large dimensional for this piece here, and I'm going to just add it to the center. And then on these ones here, oh, and you know what, guys? I did want those bits poked out of, I did want these white bits poked out. So you know what? I'm going to see if I can take my pokey tool here and just knock those out, because that does give that more texture. The inside of it was not necessary. There we go. That just kind of makes it pop a little bit better. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to take a couple of our mini dimensionals. And so for this little part of our flower, we are going to, oops, pull off the backing here. So for this first one here, I'm just going to place it so that it's rounded towards the top. And then the second one here, I am going to turn it so that the rounded part is towards the bottom. So we have that. All right, then let's bring in the main portion of our card. And what we're going to do is start up. People are arriving. We have construction crew coming in, but I told them they cannot start until I am done with my live. So this is my priority today. All right, so we are going to go ahead and just kind of sporadically place these here. I'm going to add the little leaves here. I just love this color here. This is the wild wheat. Wild wheat. Why is it not sounding correct? Wild wheat. Yes, it's one of the new in colors. A lot of people say it looks like baby poop, but I really think it's gorgeous. So, and it's a fun one to work with. Okay, so we have that. And then what we're going to do, just so I can make sure I get my perfect placement, is we're going to use the Oops a Daisy So Sorry. I'm going to ink that up and stamp that down. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and layer that sentiment. I'm going to put a couple large dimensionals on the back. And then again, I'm going to stand up so I can make sure that I have my placement on there. So I'm going to go like so. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bunch of dimensionals to the back of my card. And let's go ahead and just take some of these larger ones here. And by placing these here, it's going to attach my little bits and pieces down as well. So I'm not going to have to glue each of those pieces. It's definitely going to catch it and they'll be secured on there nicely. All right. So what do you guys think? Do you like the cards? Oh, I'm so happy that you guys joined me. All right, a couple more dimensionals here. And okay, let's just check our positioning. I want my leaves to poke out a little bit more. All right, and that one needs to come out a smidge. All right, so then we are going to go like so, knock that down, and they're all on there good. Okay, then we're going to do one more thing. We are going to add, instead of, I had used the baker's twine on here, but instead I am going to go ahead and bring in this in color twine. I'm just going to make a bow. Oops, if I can get my finger out of there. All right, let's do that. And I'm going to cut that. All right, I'm happy with that bow, so let's tuck that aside. Then to attach that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in a glue dot. And I'm just going to attach that like so. Okay, so then let's go ahead and stamp and finish the inside of our card and the envelope, because you can't have a naked envelope or an inside of your card. Oh my gosh, you guys, and I have to tell you, so for those of you that saw the wedding card that I created, so I had to go to Santa Rosa last week and I was like running behind, and I had made the card in advance, but I'm running, trying to grab everything that I needed to wrap the present and all of that. Well, I forgot when I made the card, I was just doing my photos of this and that. Well, I get to Santa Rosa and my card on the inside was naked. It didn't have a white sheet to write on. I was so embarrassed, but that's okay. It's okay. My niece-to-be is not a stamper, so I'm sure she didn't know, but it rocked my world. Okay. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I went ahead and stamped these little flowers in Bubble Bath, and I'm going to take our Stampin' Right marker, and I'm just going to use the little nubby end. I'm just going to add a little accent to the flower. And then, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing on the envelope because, like I said, we need to have it coordinating. And this would actually be beautiful too if you took your designer series paper and trimmed out the top of it. But for this, we're just doing basic Stampin'. All right, so we have that, and then we're going to add our little sentiment, which is the I missed your birthday. Do you guys send birthday cards in a timely fashion? Because I am the worst. So this is going to be a hot one in my little stash. Okay, so I missed your birthday. I'm going to stand up to get that straight here. And actually, I'm going to put it a little bit more. I'm going to kind of have it interacting there. Oh, sugar. And I'm a little crooked, but that's okay. You know what? I will end up redoing it anyhow. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a smidge of glue because I will, like I said, I will redo that. It's going to rock my world. Those of you that know me, I'm pretty particular. All right, so we do have that. And then you're just going to attach it to the inside of your card. So that is card number 2. So I hope that you enjoyed that. So again, I will be going live on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. and I hope that you will join me. I do have, let's see, I do have some prize patrols that I want to give away. Thank you everyone for just interacting on my Facebook page and sharing, liking, and commenting. So I did choose a couple of winners, and let's see, Becky B, which I know I have your address, and then Glenna S. I don't have your address, but ladies, if you can both please just send me a private message with your mailing address. That way I don't have to hunt for it, even though I have it. I will get that out to you right away. And then I do have other Happy Mail that I had spoke about. So if you want to get in on winning my Happy Mail that I will be sending out next week, which is these awesome in color treat bags, the dots, which I love. Oh my goodness, speaking of dots, you guys, my card is naked. Hold on one second. I need to add my dots. Hello, it adds so much to it. All right, hold on, let's go back. So we are going to go ahead and take our little dots. We're going to bring in our little pokey tool here. And these little buggers are on here pretty good. So I kind of have to just kind of poke them pretty hard to get them off. All right, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to place it like so. And then move that one there and that one right there. Okay, now my card is finished. Isn't that beautiful? So that is the floating strip card. So I hope that you enjoyed that. All righty. And then, like I said, so let's go back to squirrel moment. Let's go back to our giveaways for next week. So if you want to have a chance at winning these, if you want to go ahead and leave comments, like and share. I will be checking on YouTube, being that I've never been live on YouTube before. I will check both spots and you will be entered into the drawings. So again, this is one of the packages with the in color products as well as note cards and envelopes. And then, if you know me, this is my favorite color, Misty Moonlight. So a Misty Moonlight ink pad will also be finding its way to a new home. So again, if you are out of the United States, I can't send you those prizes, but I will be happy if you're chosen to send you a handmade card. So thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to stamping with you again. And oh, one more thing I forgot to tell you. So if anyone is interested in placing an order to get some products, you saw I did, whoops, I'm off camera here. Unmute you. Oh, sugar. Ah. Okay. Thank you. All right, let me go over that again. Thank you so much for letting me know that you could not hear me, Colleen. Oh, and Mary Elena, I appreciate that. So this is the card that I had created, and this is one of the cards that will be offered in my Happy Mail kit. So if you shop my online store, using the host code provided, this will be one of the cards that you'll be receiving. And I have been busy making all of the card kits. So you'll get all of the components to put it together. You will need the Gone Fishing stamp set and bundle in order to complete it, because, you know, per Stampin' Up! Policy, I am not allowed to stamp images for you. So I hope that that you will consider placing an order and shopping my online store. So thank you so much. Sound went away. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I'm hoping that it's back again. Hello, Diana, Duran, and Janet. Oh, and Diane. Oh my gosh, you guys warm my heart being on here. So, all right, be sure to comment and share, and yeah, send me some love. I so appreciate it. And I'm almost hitting 1,000 subscribers. So once I do that, I'll have a really big giveaway as well. So I am looking forward to sharing with you regularly. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining in.